Hey everybody, today's words to live by are: if you're going through hell, keep going. And those words were spoken by Winston Churchill, WW2 British commander who faced, by all accounts, massive adversity. So he should know how to deal with adversity. But my rougher approach to this is, if you're going through an aspect of your life that seems like a nightmare, hell, whatever other word you want to use to describe it, that is torturous, why would you want to stay there any longer than necessary? So get going, figure out a way, because there is a way out, and usually it's through. So, sort of a close cousin to this is that example I like to talk about where there's two types of people when there's a storm that's approaching. The first one is the person that runs directly into the storm. The second one is the person that tries to run the other way and outrun the storm. So the first person, who's running directly into the storm, experiences some discomfort, some suffering, some anxiety perhaps because of an unknown sort of outcome in terms of weathering the storm. But ultimately, they get through the storm. And at the end of it, they're through it much quicker, and they have some energy left in reserve to be able to dust off and keep going with their life. The person that tries to outrun the storm, one, cannot outrun the storm. No matter how fast they go, they'll never outrun it. And they'll probably keel over from exhaustion in the process. And so to me, it's however you choose to look at this quote in any of those ways, the essence of it says that you want to stand up and run directly into the storm whenever possible, even if it feels like it's not comfortable to do so. It'll be over faster, and you'll be all the better for it, as opposed to trying to sort of look the other way and outrun things. So to me, when I reflect on it, which I've been doing now for a couple decades, when I reflect on the essence of these words, it has really taught me about acceptance and resilience. So the acceptance piece is that storms happen, they pass, they always pass. And walking through them is better, even if there's a little bit of uncertainty involved. There's resilience it's taught me in knowing that the hardest seasons of my life weren't roadblocks, but they were doorways. And I wouldn't be here today if that weren't 100% true. I look back at the most difficult situations or challenges, and it could have been anything from a crazy, ridiculous like tennis match, so like one individual event, to an entire season of 6 months or a year that was just a terrible one in my personal life, right? And so I look back at all of those cases, and whenever I tried to outrun it or pretend there wasn't a storm happening, it was always worse than the cases when I took things head on, I went through it, took my lumps, and then came out the other side all the better. So I think the takeaway from Churchill's quote and the other examples that I gave is that sometimes the only way out is through, not around. Keep moving. So I hope this reflection helped you, and if it did, please like and or subscribe, and I will see you all again very soon.